So guys, if it's your first time here, kindly show me some love by just liking this video. So in today's video, we're going to look at how the EFF president, that is President Julius Malema, has passionately and eloquently speak about what is going on in South Africa. Actually, he is one of the African leaders who is passionately and who is very eloquent when it comes to fight against xenophobia. In fact, even him himself, he's not referring to it as xenophobia, he's referring to it as Afrophobia. So let's have a look at what he is saying, then when we come back, we can analyze the video further.
African working class and the white working class are not of the same status. So we ought to emphasize the African working class because their situation is worse. We ought to emphasize women because their situation is worse. Not because we hate men, but women suffered triple oppression. And when you put an emphasis on women emancipation, it's not because you are saying, no, men did not suffer. But you are trying to redress this thing. You can't redress it through those who are better positioned. You start with those who are at the lowest. Doesn't mean we hate colors. Colors are us. But their conditions were not the same as ours. Doesn't mean we hate Indians. But their conditions were not the same as ours. And when we start, we'll have to start with the worst ones coming this way. It's not a hatred, it's a redress. It's a struggle we're engaged in. The struggle to own the means of production. Banks and spaza shops belongs to those who want to distract us from owning the mines. Why is there strike to fight for spaza shops, but there's no strike to block roads and claim the mines? And say, these people who are mining here, the same as those who own spaza shops, they are not from here. Let the mines, the strategic means of production, be returned into the hands of the rightful owners. That's why there will never be any sanctions. Because they know the struggles for spaza shop does not affect them. Don't get easily distracted. Why are there no sanctions when we fight each other on the basis of jobs and in the name of xenophobia? Why are there no sanctions? Go to Cape Town and take them out of the posh houses and say to them, show us your passport. Go to Sandton and say to them, show us your passport. Let's see what Israel is going to do to you. Let's see what America is going to do to you. There is no international response because we are concentrating on each other. They are making us lose a bigger picture. A bigger picture, a progressive alliance will never mean black on black hate, will mean overthrow of white monopoly capital and be replaced by black ownership. Fighters, the death of our comrades must never be a source of division. A death in the family must never be a source of division.
So look, Malema is very right. Malema is very right. He is saying that what is happening in the streets of South Africa is only targeting the Africans who are not of well-built backgrounds. The Africans who are of low incomes, even though they are not South Africans, they are Africans within South Africa. Though they are making less cash as compared to the big boys. Actually, that's how they are referred to, the big boys in South Africa. Malema is speaking passionately and saying, look, if indeed you are after foreigners who are in this country, go to the lavish estates in South Africa and do away with them. Go to the embassies in South Africa. Go to the estates where the Israelis are staying, the lavish estates, the posh lifestyles of business people who are staying in South Africa and they are not of South African origin. Go there and throw them out of their houses. Then we can refer to them to that as equal protest, because what is happening is not equal at all. Most of the people who are in South Africa who are being targeted, they are Africans of the minority backgrounds. Those ones who don't have enough cash, those ones who are trying their level best to meet their ends meet. So those ones are the ones who are being targeted as compared to the big boys in South Africa who are not targeted. Why? Possibly because they are living in lavish estates. These estates are not easily accessible by the Dudula operators, actually. The Dudula operators. These people who are, they are walking actually half naked and throwing other Africans out of their country. Okay? So I stand with Malema, and I think he is a good example to all Africans leaders who need to emulate what he's doing. Malema is one of them. Go to Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama. Mahama is also one of the African leaders who are eloquently and who is against what is happening in South Africa. In fact, Malema brought this proposal to the African Union so that the African Union can discuss what is happening in South Africa. But now, nothing has been done. Why? Because as usual, the African Union is a toothless bulldog. They normally say the right thing but do the wrong thing. So fellow Africans, Africa has to unite. We have to fulfill the dreams of our forefathers, the dreams of the likes of Kwame Nkrumah. Okay? These are people, Africans, who wanted Africa to unite and to unite immediately. Unfortunately, they never realized African unity. So it is incumbent of us, we as the generation of today, to make sure that Africa is united. And lest it be that all African countries are not performing good. No, we have African countries who are doing perfectly well. Take a good example of Burkina Faso, and I love taking a good example of Burkina Faso. Doing massive development. So these are leaders who know what the people want. They are welcoming other Africans to their countries, encouraging them to invest within Burkina Faso, and believe you me, can you even imagine in the next 10 years how Burkina Faso will be? Just imagine that. So if this is the direction that we as Africans have to follow, then potentially and eventually we will realize our potential. So thank you for showing up. If it's a first time here, kindly like this video and see you next time. Bye bye.